The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter, text number 12 and 13, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on June 6, 1969, at the New Vrindavan Farm Community in West Virginia.
Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtyam Thapitang Jena Bhutale Sang Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Samadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Nishkannam apacchito bhava bhajjitang nasupati jnanam malang niranjanam. Kutah punah sassad abhaktamisare nacharpitang karma jadapakaranam. Now, Vasudev is discussing different kinds of literature. So, he has explained that any literature, however nicely prepared from a rhetorical point of view or poetical, metaphorical, grammatical, but if there is no information of the absolute truth, such literature is useless and no saintly person will take any interest in such literature. They give it up, just like the swans. They do not take pleasure in a place where the crows can take pleasure. As there is distinction between the crows and the swans, even in the birds' kingdom, or even in the animal kingdom, you will find always different kinds of varieties of birds and beasts, they live together. Similarly, those who are saintly persons, those who are Krishna conscious persons, their taste is different from the persons who are just like crows. Crows are interested in things charvita charvananam. Prahlad Maharaj says, chewing the chewed. Already it has been chewed, and if somebody wants to try it, let me see what is the taste there. It is useless labor only. So this material world is going on the system of chewing the chewed. Just like a person, he has done very good business, amassed money, and sense gratification he has done, but he is not satisfied. But still, he will induce his sons and grandsons to the same business. He has experienced that in this way, life is not very pleasing. I have not satisfied myself, but still why I am engaging my sons and grandsons to the same business, chewing the chew? But because they have no better information. Nate vidu shartha gating hi Vishnu durasayade bhirathamane. Prahlad Maharaj advised his father, atheistic father. He said, when his father inquired, my dear boy, where you got all these ideas? He was perfect devotee and the father was perfect atheist. He said, this status is cannot be achieved without being favored by a pure devotee. Naishangmati stavadu rukkramangring. Rukkramangring, angri means lotus feet. Nobody can be interested to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because to become interested in the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead means to become liberated. Anartha upagamam yadartha. Anartham. Anartham means unnecessary. We are creating unnecessary necessities of life and becoming entangled. This is material life. But if one becomes Krishna conscious, interested in Krishna, then he becomes detestful. What is the use? Just like our brahmacharis, our devotees, they can lie down flat on the ground. They don't require any nice bedstead or cushion, because the life is so molded. They think, well, I have to take some rest in this way and that way. Why should I bother about that? Yes. That is the sign of advancement in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means bhakti parishanubhava virakti annatra syat. Those who have no taste of Krishna consciousness, they are trying to be happy by unnecessarily increasing the material demand, because they have no other information. But as soon as one is engaged in devotional service of Krishna, parishanubhuti, he relishes some transcendental pleasure, and as a result of that, this nonsensical pleasure becomes insignificant. That is the test. A devotee cannot be equally interested with material pleasure and transcendental pleasure. No. Virakti. Then Bhagavad Gita also says that parang dishtya nivartate. Just like in a hospital, a diseased person is forced not to accept a certain type of foodstuff. He has the desire. He has the desire to take such food, just like a typhoid patient suffering from typhoid. Doctor says that you cannot take any solid food. Little liquid food you can take. But he has the desire to take this solid food. Doctor has asked me not to take such food, all right, what can I do? But he has got the desire. But a devotee, he hasn't got to be forced, just like the physician asked him, don't do this. He automatically does so. Why? Parang drishtani vartate. He has seen, he has tasted something better, for which he doesn't like to take anymore this abominable taste. That is bhakti parishana. That means when we become detestful such abominable things, then we should know that we are advancing in Krishna consciousness. The taste is in your hand. You haven't got to ask anybody, do you think I am increasing in Krishna consciousness? Well, you can understand exactly in the same way. If you are hungry and if you are eating, you know by eating how much your hunger is satisfied, how much you are feeling strength, how much you are feeling pleasure. You haven't got to ask anybody. Similarly, if anybody increases his Krishna consciousness, the taste will be that he will be disinterested with all material pleasure. That is taste. Just like Jamunacharya, he was emperor. He was emperor, and his standard of living was very high. Standard of living, materialistic standard of living means Five channeling means unrestricted enjoyment of wine and woman. That's all. That is the standard. So he was addicted to all these habits, was king. At his command everything is good. If a man is rich, four things will be at his command. Wine, woman, gold and gambling. At his command. Yes. So therefore, these are the places, I am to say, allotted to Kali by Parikshit Maharaj. Therefore, a person who is desirous of advancing in Krishna consciousness, he should take care. So that Damunacharya later on became a great devotee. So he happened to be the spiritual master of Ramanujacharya. He became a great devotee, Yamunacharya. And a Sri Sampradaya Vaishnava. So he writes, very nice, these are practical experience of the Acharyas. Jadavadhi mama chitta krishna padara vinde nava nava dhamarantumasi. He was, in his previous life, very extravagant. So he says that since I have taken to Krishna consciousness and I am enjoying daily new transcendental pleasure, being advancing myself in that time, the result is, Tadavadi, from that day, since that day, Batanari Sangame, because he was accustomed to associate with women very much. So now, simply by thinking of this womanly association, means sex life, he says, Bhavati mukho vikaro busustu nishtivancha. Oh, my face immediately began to start. What nonsense I used to. So, this bhakti, this Krishna consciousness, the taste is there. The more you become advanced, the more you become no more any interest in this material plane. So, ordinary literature, they are full with all this, I'm to say, Gramma Katha. There is man and woman's behavior. That is good literature. There is a hero, there is a heroine. So, those who are saintly persons, they do not take interest. So, Narada was advising that you have written this Mahabharata, that's all right, it's a great epic history, but mostly history means the ordinary dealings of the worldly man. So what benefit there is? That is nothing. No saintly person will take interest. Actually, this Mahabharata was written by Vyasdev for giving instruction, Vedic instruction to the less intelligent class of men. He has given introduction. Sri Shudra Dijabandhuna Traina Suti Gochara. The Vedic knowledge is difficult to be understood by these classes of men and women. Sri Shudra, Shudra class, woman class, Sri Shudra, and Dijabandhu. And Dijabandhu means born in high family, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, but their behavior is different, like Shudra. They cannot understand Vedas. Therefore there is restriction that the Shudras cannot read Vedas. They are restricted. So therefore Mahabharata was written by Vyasdev. But Narada says that this kind of literature will not appeal to the saintly devotees. So you write something for the satisfaction of the saintly devotees. And he is giving the instruction that even such literature is written in broken language, not in the proper way, from grammatical point of view, from poetic point of view, from rhetorical. Still, because such literature is full with glorification of the Supreme Lord, the saintly person, they accept it, they hear it, and they chant it. Then he says, Naskarmamapi achyuta bhavavat. Achyuta means Krishna. Krishna's name is Achyuta. You'll find in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna said to Krishna, Senaya rubhayon madhye ratasthapaya me Achyuta. He's addressing Krishna as Achyuta. Achyuta means not, and Chuta means fall down. So, God never falls down. Therefore, God's name is Achyuta. The Mayavad philosopher says that God has become man, being, I would say, complicated in Maya, being illusion. But God is Achyuta. God never falls down. Then what is the meaning of this Achyuta? If God falls down, becomes under the clutches of Maya, then Maya is greater than God. Then how God is great? That is the fallacy of their argument. They say that I am God, but now I am under the clutches of Maya. As soon as Maya will be cleared, then I am again God. But they cannot answer the question, why you are God, why you are under the clutches of Maya, how you fall down. That answer there is none. Because God is great. Achyuta, he never falls down. Then how he can fall down? If he falls down under the clutches of Maya, then Maya becomes great, not God great. Anyway, Vasudev, Narada said that even Jnanam Niranjanam. Niranjana means Anjana. Anjana means ointment or designation, something covering. So Niranjanam, if one is elevated in knowledge, then he becomes freed from this designated life. Our material life is Anjana life or designated life. Anjana, just like we decorate. I think I wrote one article in my Back to Godhead in India. Decoration of the dead body. This material qualification means decoration of the dead body. Actually the body is dead. But there are certain men who wants to decorate this dead body. In India also, still the custom is that lower class men, when some of their relatives die, I hear that here also they do so. They decorate the dead body very nicely. Here also the same system is there. So Shastra says, what is the meaning of this decoration? What benefit the man who is dead, what benefit he is getting? Suppose you make lips very smiling, but actually that man is smiling. Similarly, in India also, the cobbler class men, they, during their life, they will dress very wretchedly, not spend money, but after death they will purchase some velvet and cover the body and very nicely decorate, and with band party they will leave the dead body. Apranasya hi dehasya mannanam lokaranjanam. So it may be very much pleasing to the relatives. Just like the dead body is decorated, the sons of that dead body may seem that, oh, my father is smiling. But he does not know where his father has already gone. You see? So this material civilization is just like decorating the dead body. This body is dead. That is a fact. So long the soul is there, it is working, it is moving. Just like your coat, it is dead. But so long it is on your body, it appears the coat is moving. The coat is moving. But if somebody is very much astonished, oh, how nice the court is moving. He does not know the court cannot move. The court is dead. But because the man is there who is putting on the coat, therefore the coat is. The pant is moving, the shoe is moving, the hat is moving. Similarly, this body is dead. It is numbered. This dead body will remain for such and such time. That is called duration of life. But people are interested with this dead body. Exactly like the cobbler class or this decorating man. So decoration of the dead body. Apranasa means dead. Apranasa mannanang lokaranjana. Lokaranjana, it is very pleasing to the relatives, that's all. So similarly, to get liberation, niranjana. Niranjana means to get out of this so-called decoration of the dead body, one requires to acquire knowledge. So, Narad says, Naskarnam api achyuta bhava bhajjitam nasovhati jnanam along niranjana. Before the deity. Okay. That even there is advanced knowledge for getting liberation. And if there is no mention of achyuta bhava means bhakti. Achyuta bhava. Just like here in this temple, there is achyuta bhava. Achyuta bhava means Krishna consciousness. There may be another room in the neighborhood, but the difference between this room and that room, here the atmosphere is achyuta bhava, Krishna consciousness. The other room is not there. Similarly, Narad says, in high elevated discussions of knowledge, how to get out of this designated or decorated body to self-realization, platform, spiritual realization. But if that is achyuta bhava bhajjita, if there is no mention of Krishna consciousness, as the Narad said, nasovhate, that does not look very well. Therefore, the devotees, they are not very much interested with the dry philosophical speculation, because there is no achyuta bhava. There is no Krishna consciousness. They have been described as bhak chaturjam, simply jugglery of words, Mayavad philosophical speculation. That must be okay. We have got sufficient philosophy, but it is plus Krishna consciousness. That is the difference, Mayavad philosophy and our philosophy. We are discussing also, the Bhagavad, each line is full of philosophy. Each line, practical philosophy. But there is achyuta bhava, Krishna consciousness. That is the beauty. And Bhagavad Gita is full of philosophy. But there is Krishna in the center. This philosophy is not dry. Other philosophies, they are simply dry. Because that is without Krishna. You'll find Buddha philosophy, or Mayavad philosophy, or Jain philosophy. The philosophy was simply dry. There is no God consciousness, there is no Krishna consciousness. So here it is condemned that Naiskannam api achyuta bhava bhajjitang nasovhate. It does not look very well. It is not first class philosophy. Nasovhate. Kuta puna sassad abhadda misre nacharpitam karpa jadapakaram. Then what to speak of those who are karmis? The philosopher class, they are better than the karmis. Because they are searching after something. They are making research by knowledge. But the karmis, they are simply satisfied just like animals. They have been described in the Bhagavad Gita as mula. Mudha, Navanga Prapadanti Mudha. Mudha means ass. The Karmis have been described as ass, whole day working, a beast of burden. Simply unnecessarily, they have piled up on their back so many work. They have no more interest, nothing, no more interest, neither philosophy nor Krishna, nor simply work hard and get some money and enjoy in eating, sleeping, and mating. Eat, drink, we marry and enjoy. That is there. That is they are called karmis. So Narad said that even great philosophers who are trying to elevate themselves in this self-realization platform, if that sort of philosophy is achyuta bhava varjita, without Krishna consciousness, that does not look well. That is not first-class philosophy. Philosophy should be to search out Krishna. That is philosophy. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedaishta sarvai ahameva vedyam. What is the Vedic knowledge searching after? Krishna says, searching me. Ahameva vedyam. I am the ultimate goal to understand. In another place, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam janmanamanti jnanavan mang prapaddati. Those who are actually philosophers, actually wise and attained wisdom, and after many, many births, research work. Research work is very good. But the end of research work is Krishna. Therefore, after many, many births, if one is actually wise and attained wisdom, then he finds Krishna, Vasudeva Sarvami. He finds that Vasudeva Krishna is everything. But some Mahatma Sudurlava. But such kind of great soul is very rare. These are the statements of Bhagavad Gita. So the Karmis, they are mudhas. They are not wise. Unless one is wise, he cannot surrender unto Krishna. That what Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Krishna je bhaje sevara chatur. Chatur means very intelligent. Only the first class intelligent men in the human society, they can take to Krishna consciousness. Not even second class. Or what to speak of the third class. The third class men are karmis. The second class men are philosophers. And the first class men are devotees. So, Narad says, na sobhati jnanamalam niranjanam kutapunas sarsad abhadramishar na charpitam karma. Then what to speak of the Karmis? Their whole life is abhadra. Abhadra means abominable. Just like when earning money, I want to earn, say, millions of dollars. So I have to make plans. I have to go to black market, this and that, so many things. Then if I earn money, then how to invest it to make it double? And then how to keep it? Which bank I shall keep it so that my money will be safe? How I shall distribute it? The abhadra. Abhadra means the whole procedure is simply abominable, beginning to the end. Simply full of anxiety. How to earn money, how to distribute it, how to keep it, how to spend it, how to utilize it. Therefore, it is advised that saintly persons also, they should avoid money. As soon as money is great maya, as soon as it comes in my position, then the same thing will come. How to utilize it, how to do it, how to do that, how to do that. So, Sridhar Swami says that evam bhuta vijnana achyuta bhava varjita chet alam arthata naso bhati. Tada satsat sadhana kale palokale cha abhadram dukkha rupam jat kamam. Lust. We require money for fulfilling our lust. So it is beginning, from the beginning to the end, it is abominable. Jadapakapacheti chakarasya annaya. So therefore, we should employ our money for Achyuta, for Krishna. Then it will be nice. Otherwise, it will be simply abominable. How money can be utilized for Krishna? How? If somebody says it is the same money, how by spending it for Krishna consciousness it's become nice? The question may be this. The money is the same. How you say that when it is employed in Krishna consciousness business, it is nice, and when it is not employed, it is bad. Money is the same. The reply is there. Bhagavad says. What is that reply? That chikitsitam. The example is given just like milk. If you take milk is very nice food, but if you take more, then there will be disorder of the bowel. If you, by greediness, you take more milk, then there will be bowel complaint. Then when there is bowel complaint, you go to a physician, then he gives you prescription, another milk preparation. What is that? Sugar. If you say to the physician, well, I am suffering by taking milk preparation, and you are giving another milk preparation, how it will be cured? No, it will be cured. Similarly, this material world, there is a different type of use. As soon as you use it for your sense gratification, you will be affected with material disease. And if you use it for Krishna consciousness, it will elevate you to the liberated condition. Just like the same example, in your disease condition, if you go on again taking milk preparation as it is, then it will increase your bowel complaint. But if you take in another form and prasadam, under the direction of the authority, then the same thing, the same enjoyment, this material, will elevate you to the liberated state. So, we should employ, without Krishna, either philosophy or the karma or jnana or yoga, they are easy. The Narada says that you should write books simply describing about Achyuta or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. He says, Atho Mahabhaga Bhavan Amobhadrik Suchisava Satta Rato Dhitabbata Urukramasya Khilavanda Muktae Samadhina Anusmaratad Vichesita. Now you are Mahabhaga. You are most fortunate man. Vyasdev is not ordinary. Just see, Narad is his spiritual master. He is not ordinary man. And besides that, he is taken as incarnation of God, Mahabhaga. Atho Mahabhaga Bhavan Amobhadrik. Your vision is without any sin. Because he has dedicated his life to present the Vedic literature for the benefit of the human society. That they have forgotten God, Krishna. Let me help. Therefore he is trying to give this Vedic literature. That is the duty of all devotees, to give literature, so that people may take benefit out of it. Just like about the Goswamis, it is stated about the Goswamis. Nana Shastra Vicharanai Kanipunau Sadharma Sanghastapakau Lukanang Hitakarino, Tiruvani Manno Saranyakaro. Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. And the six Goswamis, they engage themselves in literary work. Nana Sastra Vicharanga, that you'll find in Rupa Goswami's books. Oh, how many references are there? From Puranas, from Vedas, from this literature, that literature, highly great scholars. So, that is one of the duty we have given the least of qualification of devotee. One of the qualifications is poetic. Poetic means not write poetry. Poetic means literary man. They must give literature. Naturally they will. That is the nature of devotee. Because without literature, how can we enlighten the people at large? My Guru Maharaj used to say that this press is Brihat Mridanga. Brihat means bigger. At large. Bigar Mridanga. Bigger. Just like we are playing Mridanga. This Mridanga can be vibrated in the neighboring quarter. But our Mridanga back to Godhead, that will go far, far away. So therefore, this press was considered by my Guru Maharaj as Brihat Mridanga. He said, I will find in the picture there is this Mridanga and press. He was very much fond of press. In the very beginning of his this life, he started one press. You'll find in his life a small press. So, this press propaganda, this literary propaganda, is required because it is not sentiment. Krishna consciousness is not sentiment. It is not that some sentimental people have gathered here and dancing and chanting. No, there is background. There is philosophical background. There is theological understanding. It is not blind or sentimental. So therefore, Narad advises Vyasdev that you are not only fortunate, but you are Amogha. Your vision is perfect because you are liberated. Amogha. Our vision, we are not perfect. Therefore you will find in Vedic version, Anusunyat, Anuvarnayet, Anu means following. Follow. We have to follow the Acharya. Just like Vyasdev, Amobhadri. His vision is without any impediment. There are 4 kinds of impediments for the conditioned soul. What are those? That we are subjected to commit error. Any man will commit error because he is conditioned. He will be illusion and he will try to cheat, and his senses are imperfect. These 4 imperfectness of a conditioned soul. Anywhere, you take any great man, any big man, he has got these 4 imperfections. Therefore, without liberated man, you cannot get real knowledge. Therefore, you will find even the so-called scientists, astrologers, and the astronomer, or the studying this nature, perhaps it might be because they have no clear vision. And another scientist comes and changes. But you will find in the Vedic literature everything clear understanding. Just like the Vedic literature says, the division of the living entities. Jalajanavalakkhani. Accurate number is that there are 900,000 species of life in the water. Accurate. They might have said 1 million or 800,000. No, 900,000. 900. Because it's accurate. Amoghadri. They have been blessed. How it has been acquired, the same process parampara, amogad. If you receive knowledge from the person who is liberated, then it is all right. So Vyasadeva is liberated person. Amoghadri is Amogad, Bhavan Amoghadri, Suchisrava. And your behavior is pure. Suchisrava. You have heard the Vedic knowledge from right sources, from pure sources. Suchisrava. Sattarata. Sattarata means you are dedicated to the absolute truth. These are the qualifications. One must be liberated, one must be pure, one must be dedicated to the service of the Lord, and dhitavrataha, and one must be determined. Then he can do something to the human society. Not a conditioned soul by whings he can manufacture something that I can do something to the human. It is not possible. Here are the qualifications. Athap mahabhago bhagan amoghadrik suchistrava sattarata dhitavrataha urukramasya akhilam bandhamukta. If you actually desire to get this suffering humanity to become liberated from all kinds of material bondage, then samadhina, in samadhi, in trance, samadhina, anusmara, yeah, the same thing, anusmara. As I told you before, anu. Anu means falling. It's like back there, even after so many qualifications, he has a spiritual master, Narada. Not that because he is incarnation of God, not that because he is so learned, so great scholar, and Suchisrava, and dedicated his life for the benefit of the human society. So many good qualifications. Still, you see, practically, he has got a spiritual master and Narada, and he is giving him instructions. So this is necessary. Therefore it is said, Samadhina, don't manufacture your meditation. Samadhi, this trance by meditation cannot be attained by something manufacturing. Oh no, just follow the great predecessor, Acharya. Samadhina anusmara tad vichestitam. Tad means the Achyuta. Achyuta, the activities of the Lord. Therefore we have to learn Krishna consciousness through the disciplic succession. This sampradaya, the Gaudiya sampradaya, is also in the same line, Narada Vyasadeva. Narada is the disciple of Brahma. It is therefore called this sampradaya. This party is called Brahma Sampradaya. Brahma Madhya Gaudiya Brahma Sampradaya. Originally from Brahma instructed Narada. You'll find in Bhagavata, Brahma is instructing Narada. Now you see, Narada is instructing Vyasadeva. Similarly, Vyasadeva instructed Madhyamani. The Madhyamani, by disciplic succession, Madhavendra Puri. The Madhavendra Puri instructed Ishwar Puri. Ishwar Puri instructed Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya instructed the six Goswamis. The six Goswamis instructed Krishnadas Kaviraj. Krishnadas instructed Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakur. Vishwanath Chakur is Jagannath Vas. In this way there is a clear line of disciplic succession. So that is recommended here. The Samadhina meditation, anusmara, don't manufacture your meditation. Just like there are so many meditators. They have manufactured their own way of meditation. That is not recommended. Anusmara. Anu means follow. You become thoughtful, you think, but taking the instruction from higher authority. Just like Arjuna is taking instruction from Krishna, he is thinking whether I shall fight or not fight. So you become thoughtful, that's very nice. But don't be thoughtful without accepting a spiritual master. That thoughtfulness will not help you. Because you are conditioned. You have got the four kinds of defects. So that defect will not, simply by becoming philosopher, speculator, will not help. Athapite deva chirang vichimna. You cannot understand God for millions and millions of thinking. No, it is not possible. Anthastu koti satavasra sampragamma vayu rathapi manasu munipungavana. That is stated in the Brahma Samhita. Munipunga. Munipunga means the greatest of all thoughtful men. Muni means mental speculator. And Punga means first class, the highest, topmost. Punga. So, if such thoughtful speculators go on speculating about understanding God, how Vayurathapi Manasu, in the speed of, in the velocity of air and mind, not Sputnik. A Sputnik can run, your mechanical can run, say, 18,000 miles per hour. But the air that can run is still more quicker. And the mind can run is still more quicker. So, here it is recommended that if one is seated not on the ordinary aeroplane, but the aeroplane of air, the yogis can do that. The yogis know how to rise on the aeroplane of air, and they can immediately transfer to any planet. Vayurathapi. There were planes made of air. Here, just like now we have manufactured the planes, iron or aluminium. But there are planes of air. And similarly, there are planes of mind. You see? So these are explained in the Brahma Samhita. Vayurathapi manasu munipungavanam. And manufactured by greatest, stalwart thinker or scientist. And going in the speed. But many, many thousands of years, still you cannot reach where is Krishna Lok. Panthastu koti satavassa sampragamma vayurathapi manasu manipungavana. So pastija prapadasimna abhichinta tatte. Still, just like when you go to the, by aeroplane, above the cloud, we see still the sky is unlimited. That is our experience. Still the sunshine is unlimited and we do not know where is the sun. Similarly, if one goes on the plane of mind and air and try to find out the absolute truth, it is not possible. Even many, many years, still it remains avichinta tattva, is still inconceivable. But this process, if you take Anuvarna, if you take the process of, just like the same example, as I told you, that there are 900,000 species of life in the water. Now, if you make research, it is impossible for you. Whether actually, if you want to know by experimental knowledge, let me see how far this Vedic instruction is right, that there are 900,000 species of you. Whatever experience you have got, it is not even 1,000 species of life we have seen. But there are 900,000 species of life. But if we accept this Vedic knowledge, then your knowledge is there. Immediate. The thing is that we have to take knowledge from the perfect. Then even it is very difficult, but the knowledge is there. Even it is very difficult. Just like we are taking knowledge from Krishna by our own effort. By the plane of mind and plane of air, we cannot reach where is Krishna Lok. But Krishna says that Madhyajinopi janti mam, those who are my devotees, they can reach to my planet. At least we know that Krishna has got a planet, and if we take to devotional service, we can go. Then why not try? There is no loss. But if there is such gain that we can go to Krishna love, so why not take Krishna consciousness moment, simply chanting and dancing and taking prasadam? Is it a very difficult job? The authority is Krishna. It is confirmed by Vasudev. It is confirmed by Narad. It is confirmed. Therefore Arjuna says, Sir Krishna, whatever you are speaking in the Bhagavad Gita, I accept in total. That is study of Bhagavad Gita. I do not select, this person is nice, yes, or the cook is nice. The back portion is nice, it is giving the hen daily one egg, it is very nice. And the mouth portion is expensive, cut it. The fool does not know, if you cut this portion, that portion will be stopped. So all these ordinary commentators, just like Gandhi, he wanted to prove his non-violence somewhere or other from Bhagavad Gita. How he can prove? This is the same thing. That he was finding out there is something. Simply cutting the head, if I can get egg. That is not possible. That is not. If you have to accept Bhagavad Gita, just like Arjuna said, Sarvameva Mritang Manne Jadvadasi Kesava. My dear Krishna, Kesava, whatever you are saying, I accept in total. And this is confirmed by such authorities like Devala, Vyasa, Osita. It is not that because we are friends I am accepting you, but I know it is confirmed by such great authorities like Narada, Osita, Vyasa. So we have to follow. This is called Anu. Anu means following. Therefore, it is recommended by Narada that Samadhina Anusmara. You try to understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by samadhi, by trance, meditation, by following the instruction of me or predecessors like that. This is the way. That's all.